Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Silly Simmer and today is a speed build for a family home that I created in The Sims 4. So, as you can see, I'm figuring out the floor plan and how I want it. This room on the side I was imagining as like a grandma's room or a guest room, and that's how I ended up furnishing it. So it's a bit of an oddly shaped house, so I did have a little trouble roofing it. You'll see that later on. But with all the dormers, it's a little weirdly shaped. But I really did enjoy the space that I was able to create with it. I believe that this only uses 5 packs. I don't really remember though. I don't have every pack in the game. That's the question I was getting asked. I do not have every pack in the game. That's really expensive and I can't afford that. But I do have quite a few because this is where I spend a lot of my free time. So this is where I was just playing with the stairs to see how I wanted to situate that. And then this is me working out the floor plan for all the bedrooms. So I ended up going with the upstairs has 3 full bedrooms. And then there's 1 bedroom downstairs. So I was thinking like 2 kids' bedrooms upstairs, maybe like a parent bedroom, and then downstairs, like I said, maybe a grandma's bedroom or like a guest bedroom is what I was kind of going for. Here I'm just working on the outside and the exterior. I didn't know if I want to do a porch, like a wraparound, or just like a balcony is what I ended up doing on the second floor. See, this is where I'm just messing with the roofing. See, the roofing, it was a little hard to do because it's a little bit of a oddly shaped home. So I had to work on that and really think about what I was going to do with it. So yeah, that's that. And then you can see that I made a little chimney over there. Here, I'm still just working on the roof, trying to adjust it to fit to what I like, because I had 3 dormers, and they were both on each side. I ended up going with like a half gabled roof, little combination of those two. And then this is me working on still more of that little back part of the roof, just to make the balcony look good. And then I was working on the balcony and the porch for every little side of the house. I do really love the porch on the side, like above the grandma's room. I think that looks really good, and I really enjoy how it turned out. And it gives more texture and dimension to the house. So I was really excited about that. So just to like explain how I have been like imagining this family, I think there's probably like of 2 parents who had their kids really young, so they're only young adults, and they already have 2 teenagers. So they had kids really young, and which means their parents are young. So I think their like parents live with them in that like grandma's room, grandpa's room on the side of the house. And I was just like imagining them as 3 generations all living in this one house because the parents had their kids so young. And then these 2 teens, I imagine them very much as like opposite teens. I imagine a kind of rebellious teen and kind of a really, really studious, hard worker teen. I do not have the high school years expansion pack yet. I am probably going to get it pretty soon, but I don't have it yet. So furnishing those rooms was a little tougher without all those like awesome things that I've been seeing that other Sims YouTubers have been adding in all their teens rooms. But yeah, that's how I kind of imagine the like family dynamic, which brings up another great question. That growing together trailer. So when I'm recording this voiceover, that trailer came out a couple days ago. What is going on with that trailer? Like by now, I think by the time you're seeing this video, the Infinite Update may already be out, and Growing Together may already be out. So we'll see. But that trailer, that expansion, the gameplay trailer, had like no gameplay at all. I'm really confused. It makes me really not want to get the pack. And I love family gameplay. So I really want to get it. But if that's like the whole expansion pack for $40 is just like some buttons in cast, I feel like that's really not worth it. And then that brings up another thing. Those pre-order bonuses, those make absolutely no sense because if you're someone who has to wait to get packs on sale, I don't understand why they do those pre-order bonuses. They're just not, I feel like it's not right for the Sims community. But you know, it's EA and EA is going to do what EA is going to do. Anyway, so here I am working on the kitchen and the dining room. I really like this like kind of openy floor plan for those two. I decided to add a little breakfast nook right there. I was trying to see if I should put like a half wall through it, but I did really like him, and I thought these cats and dogs, chairs and bar stools really accented them really well. So I really like this kitchen. I ended up going with that hardwood floor for like almost every room in the house because I thought it really went well with the family home. And then I just really liked the layout of everything. So here is just me kind of workshopping the entryway and seeing how I want it to be because it's very like right when you walk through the door there's the entryway table. And then I feel like I always forget to add paint to all my builds. But the one thing that's really annoying about backsplashes is it feels so awkward when it like stops right at the backsplash and then goes into like a siding for the rest of the room. But I just kind of dealt with it. Anyway, so here is me working on the little study area. I really wanted to make bookcases that had like a built-in kind of feel to them. So I ended up going with them against those walls. I think I added two more eventually. And then I think I did end up adding like a yoga mat just for some skill building. Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure that you could skill build so this house would be worth it. I mean, there's, like I said before, I imagined like 3 generations of Sims living in this house. So I really wanted to make it a good functional house that you could live in. Yeah, I think I just added those two extra bookcases in there, which was really helpful and useful. This is me working on the living room. I didn't have the most space to work with, and it's kind of an oddly shaped room because of the grandma's room in like the study area back there. But I did the best I could with what I gave myself. But I ended up adding just like a little tufted couch with a simple coffee table and a simple end table. And then I did end up using a fireplace back there from the cats and dogs fireplace. Um, so yeah, I thought that looked really, really good with everything else. And then this is the grandparents' bedroom that I was talking about. I imagine it's either one or both grandparents living there. So I wanted to make it pretty simple because if you guys want to download it from the gallery, which little plug here, my gallery ID is SillySimmer130, just like my YouTube is. Um, and I just imagined that it would be one or two of the grandparents living there. And I wanted to leave it, like I said, pretty bland so that you could add, if it's not a grandparent, if it's like the normal parents, and then there's uh, you make all 3 upstairs kid bedrooms. But yeah, I just decorated it pretty simply and pretty um, versatile so that you could use the room. I love that rose that I put on the nightstand. I feel like that is such a good object that we have in the game. Okay, as we move on to the bathroom here, you know what annoys me in The Sims? For people who don't have Parenthood, there is one good shower tub combo option. Like nobody's gonna use the ones with the curtain because that's literally so ugly. But we only have that one, and that's just like really annoying to me because I feel like there should be more. Like I used it, I think 2 or 3 times in this build because it's the only one we have. If you want to have any children or any toddlers, so I don't know, it's just annoying. Here I'm just working on the parents' bathroom. I mean, sorry, not the parents' bathroom. The kids' bathroom. I love that piece of artwork from Dream Home Decorator. That's honestly one of the most useful packs for building. I know the gameplay is kind of light because really all you do is just like do build mode, but I still really enjoy it. So here I'm just working on all the bathrooms. A good trick, I don't know if I used it in this, but if you take that the towel that you use for the bathroom and you size it down 2 times and put it next to the sink, it's a matching hand towel. Anyway, so here I am again, just adding some skill building objects on this little balcony so it's more of a useful little thing. So I added a chess table, and upstairs I added an easel and I think a flower arranging table, which I honestly, such an underrated skill. I love the flower arranging table. this was that like awkward hole that I couldn't figure out because you needed more space for the Sims to get to. So I ended up just like closing it up and not using it. Just drew a wall in front of it so I didn't have to worry about it. This was just adding a little bit more of decorations and clutter. I love to clutter my stuff up. Also, that painting from City Living, one of the most underrated paintings from City Living. I feel like there's hidden like gems in so many packs that are just like underrated and not used that much. So this room I'm building right now, again trying to make it pretty neutral for if it was a boy or a girl teen, but I did really like the making of this teen room. I love those tiny living like plant prints. One of some of the best ones we have in the game. Again, underrated things from packs. Tiny living is one of the best packs though. Or like the vanity from Vintage Glamour. Again, underrated. Anyway, so this is kind of me wrapping up the finishing touches on the build, really just like putting in those last furnishings for the build. And I really like how this build turned out. I took a lot of inspiration from some of Lil Simsy's names drop, Lil Simsy's builds, just to like make it a bit like she does it. A lot of good building tips from her. But I really like the overall build and how it went out. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.